Travel is meant to be fun and exciting, but if I do not plan properly, it can really quickly turn to being so stressful. So I'm just gonna tell you the top 5 things that I do that really help eliminate all of that stress and make my travel, make my trip a complete delight. So before I finished editing this video, I started packing for the next trip that I'm going on. And I realized that I had not told you guys about one of the best discoveries that I made. It is such a good discovery. And I thought of it all on my own. That the last trip we went on, when my husband saw it, he is someone who travels for a living. He travels every single week. He thought he knew everything about travel. He was very impressed with this one particular item. So I did have time to stick it in at the very end, so stick around to see what this epic, life-changing travel item is. The first tip that I'm gonna tell you is compression socks. When I get on the plane, my feet always swell up. And before I started wearing compression socks, it kind of ruined that first day because I couldn't fit my feet into any of my shoes. They were just so fat and swollen. It kind of like put a damper on that first day. Then someone told me try compression socks. So now I keep them in my backpack that I keep at my feet under the seat in front of me. They're easy to get to. As soon as I board, I put those socks on. It's a workout. I'm telling you, getting those socks on is no joke, but so worth it. And then when the pilot makes the announcement that we're gonna start our descent, I take them off, stick them back in my backpack, and my feet are fine. So it's really been life-changing to just wear those compression socks. Helps so much. Number 2 would be carry-on only. I only ever do carry-on, and I know that can be a challenge, but boy, does it eliminate the stress. You don't have to worry about the airlines losing your bags. It's a time saver. You don't have to get to the airport early to check the bag, and you don't have to hang around waiting for them to get that bag off the airplane. So it's a great time saver. I have specific videos on how to do carry-on only, and I can link those below. But let me just go over just some quick, easy tips that really help. Whenever possible, get travel size. So for makeup, I get the actual makeup travel size. They charge a fortune for them, but it's like a one-time initial investment, and then I just refill them. But if you don't want to spend that extra money, you can just go on Amazon and get the little travel size containers and then just put your makeup into those things. I also have this travel size curling / flat iron. You can either use it as a flat or you lock it and you use it as a curling iron. And as far as a blow dryer, I mean, if you're staying at a hotel, they have a blow dryer, so you don't even have to pack that. I can't live without my Dyson Airwrap, so that's something that is a priority for me. I make room in my suitcase for my Dyson Airwrap, even though it takes up way more space than I want to give up in my suitcase, but that's how important it is for me. So I'll sometimes bring this along, but to be honest, I don't even need it. My Airwrap does everything. And something I always throw into my suitcase because it does not take up a lot of space at all are these little hangers. Because when I'm staying at a hotel, they never have enough hangers. And it just unwraps into a full-size hanger. This is such a genius idea. So instead of me and my husband fighting over the hangers, we both have all the hangers we need. Number 3 is I try to pack as much wrinkle-free clothing as possible. I'm on vacation, I don't want to be ironing, so I try to pack things that aren't going to wrinkle. One trick that I have is I roll my things when I pack them and they seem to wrinkle less that way. But I also pick fabrics that I think are not going to wrinkle. For instance, denim. And if you watch my last video that I just put out on the denim trend that has taken over the fall, you could pack your whole suitcase just with denim. But you probably won't want to. So make sure you throw in some wrinkle release spray. I get a little travel size one, throw it in my suitcase. And if you spray down your item that is wrinkly, stick it in the bathroom when you shower. I mean, you don't need to put it in the shower. This thing really does do the trick, but I find the two together, spray this on, put it in the shower, I mean, it is nicer and better than ironing. I think it's fabulous. So for number 4, I would say I try to avoid light colors. Now, I love a white t-shirt, my favorite. Love a nice crisp white button down, but I try to avoid that when I travel. I try to go a little darker, or maybe patterns, or just anything that won't show stains as easily. Because I don't know what it is about travel. I don't normally stain my clothes, but when I'm traveling, it's guaranteed. A stain is gonna find me, which is why I also throw in the Tide wipe stain remover. It's just little wipes, so it's not a liquid, doesn't take up a lot of space. You can just stick that in your backpack to have on the plane too, because on the plane is where I get my first stain. These wipes are great though, just to throw in your handbag anytime when you're going out to dinner or anything, because getting that stain as soon as it comes is like really the way to make sure it doesn't set. So just having these little things are just such a handy little trick. So my number 5 tip is get a good night's sleep. I know, I get it. That is almost like a fantasy tip, because just at home, getting a good night's sleep can be a challenge. But I want to get as good of a night's sleep as I possibly can. Hotels are loud, they have weird lights flashing, and the air conditioning is loud, and there's weird smells. So what I do is I bring some of my things from home. Definitely, I bring an eye mask. I wear this at home all the time, because even at home, I want to make sure that I've blocked out all light. Having a really dark room makes it really important and helps with a good night's sleep. I track my sleep too, by the way. And also, this I learned one time when I was traveling in a hotel in Paris. They had this sleep spray. It's a lavender spray. I get it off Amazon. I'll list everything that I can in the description box below. But this I use all the time at home as well. So it gives you like the smells of home, which is comforting. And it really does help you get into a deeper sleep. And these are things that I'm telling you that you should do at home too, if you're really trying to get that really good night's sleep, if that's a challenge for you. These things help me a lot. And then for blocking out sound, I use these EarPods. I'm gonna link them below. The thing that makes them special is that they're really flat. So they lay flush on your ear so they don't stick out. You can sleep on your side, it doesn't bother you, and they're not gonna fall out. They do come with all kinds of different backings, so it's gonna fit every ear shape or size. And they also come with like sounds that help you to sleep. I don't usually use those. I like to fall asleep just listening to a podcast, and that just seems to work for me. But if you want, you know, those soothing sounds that help you fall asleep, they do have those too. So these are just really great. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. The bonus item that you must bring on your next trip, and you will thank me when you are traveling and you pull this out. It is this little guy. So look how compact it is. So easy to stick in your carry-on. You just unsnap this. So you have enough cord to plug this in wherever, and look at, you have 3 extra plugs, and then you even have these little outlets here. I don't know about you, but every time I go to a hotel, even if I'm staying at people's houses, there just aren't enough plugs, especially right next to my bed. And I want my phone plugged in. I know I shouldn't. I want my computer plugged in. I know I shouldn't. But when I'm in a hotel, I do a lot of editing and I do a lot of stuff on my phone when I'm sitting in bed. And this is fantastic. You're welcome. So those are just a few quick little tips that really help me to have stress-free travel. What tips do you guys have? Leave them in the comments. Do you guys have some fabulous trip planned for the summer, or have you already taken some fabulous trip? Let me know in the comments. Love getting to know you guys. And I am so glad that I had this time to hang out with you guys. Hope you have an incredible, fabulous day. Love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.